Implementing and maintaining a CRM system can be pretty expensive for a small business. So the question is, does it even make sense to have a CRM within the business? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about a couple of reasons why you don't necessarily need a CRM or situations in which you don't need a CRM. Let me start by sharing something. I tend to forget things. So when I don't have something on my to-do list, when I don't have something in my calendar, when I don't have something in my agenda, I tend to forget stuff, especially if I'm engaged in multiple different processes, projects, and so on and so forth. And with all of the projects for my customers, with all of the things that I have on my plate when it comes to being engaged in various sales processes, I have a lot on my plate. So in my case, having a CRM actually makes sense because it allows me to remember about following someone up, about preparing a proposal, about reminding a person that told me X months ago to contact them in the spring or summer or winter or after New Year's, and so on and so forth. So for me, it helps because it reminds me about things that I tend to forget about. Another thing that I wanted to share is that in one of my past businesses, so a system integrator company that was implementing Microsoft 365 solutions and Microsoft Cloud solutions in general, I did not know how much time actually passes from a moment of the first interaction with a potential customer until the moment that we have closed the deal successfully. Therefore, a CRM helped me to understand that it's an average 60 couple days that was passing from the moment of the first engagement until the moment that we signed the deal. Sometimes, of course, it was a longer amount of time, and sometimes it was a smaller amount of time. But on average, above 60 days have passed from the moment of the first interaction until the moment that we have signed a contract. So a CRM helped me, in this particular case, understand how much time passed, and also it helped me to get a couple of ideas about how to actually improve things in order to shorten this time significantly. So if you know exactly how much time passes from the moment of the first interaction with a customer until the moment that you're actually signing a deal, you don't need a CRM. The third thing that I wanted to share is that I had no idea how much we are going to sell in the next month, next quarter, following quarter, and so on. So what I wanted to have is that I wanted to have this clarity about what is going to happen in case XYZ. Let me give you an example. Let's say that we have opened a dozen of sales processes simultaneously on the same day. And I was actually, in most cases or multiple cases, assuming that, okay, we are going to close this one because it seems pretty similar to the previous one that we had. Or, okay, we are going to probably close this deal because of XYZ. But I had no idea about the average closing rate. So how many deals that we are actually starting to have in our pipeline, potential deals, we are going to successfully close. And CRM helped me to understand that. So it helped me to understand what percentage of deals we are selling in a particular line of business that we had. So the hardware, software, services, trainings, and so on and so forth. So that was very helpful for me. I was able to predict with some deadly accuracy how much we are going to sell in the next month, next quarter, next year, and so on and so forth, based on the past data. That was very helpful, and it really helped me sleep better at night. But if you know exactly how much you are going to sell next month, next quarter, and so on, or you have a pretty decent idea, CRM is probably not for you.
If you would like to get more valuable information about B2B sales and marketing, join our email broadcast, where we share resources with valuable information, marketing tricks and case studies of successful campaigns, proven scenarios for B2B sales, useful tools, and a ton more to help you improve your sales and marketing game and generate more leads.
And the last thing that I wanted to share is that I wanted to look into a salesperson's performance within a certain period of time without micromanaging. So it helped me to do that. I was able to see how many tasks are being executed, how many proposals are being presented, what is the difference of the velocity for deal going through a certain pipeline depending on the salesperson that was handling it. A lot of useful stuff that I was able to see there. I was actually also able to discover some pretty ugly stuff. So I had one lady that was working for me and that was claiming to do a lot of tasks, and I was actually seeing in a CRM that she's executing the similar amount that the other lady, but it turned out that she's closing all of those activities between 3:55 and 3:58 on each day. So it turned out that she's not really calling, not really engaging with prospects. She was just not working at all. I was able to discover this and I also fired her because I was able to see the data in a CRM. So if you have a good idea about what your sales people are up to, how many tasks they're executing on a daily basis, weekly basis, and so on, CRM is probably not a tool that would be useful for you. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about, CRM and my experiences, just leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.